Hey everybody, and welcome again to another edition of Where the Heck Are the Albans? And where the heck are the Albans? We are actually in Galena, Illinois, historic Galena, Illinois, and we are at the Ulysses S Grant home. This is where he lived when he became President of the United States. Our 18th president, as a matter of fact. So we're going to go check out the home now. So come on, let's go. So here is the home of General and 18th President Ulysses S Grant. They are closed Mondays and Tuesdays. Just so you know, there is a suggested donation of $5 for adults and $3 for children. Oh, it's just a few more minutes. A few more minutes and then we'll be inside Ulysses S Grant's home.
I doubt that you...
Hello, family. You're with me. I was wondering where you went.
It was not a mansion. It was an upper middle class home. At the end of the Civil War, he returned here in 1865 and was hailed a war hero. He had become commander of the Northern Forces. And 13 prominent businessmen in town purchased this home and its furnishings and gave that to the Grants as a thank you for his military service. They lived here and in Washington, D.C. because he was still in the military. In 1868, he was elected president. He served 2 terms. Again, it was back and forth. This may be considered something along the lines of Camp David of today. Grant died in 1885 of throat cancer. They were living in New York State at the time, and that is where he is buried. Julia lived until 1902, and in 1904, the children deeded the house and its furnishings to the city of Galena, with the stipulation that it remain as a memorial to their parents. In 1931, the city fell upon hard times financially, and the house was then turned over to the state of Illinois, and it was then declared a historical site, and has been ever since. About 90% of the furnishings are original. The wall coverings, the window coverings, the carpets were all redone back in the 1950s. And I'll point those things out to you when we go in. So let's go on in and we'll start looking around. The first room we're going to look at here is the library. Yeah.
We can film and take pictures
Yes.
and stuff? Excellent.
I'll keep those Galena bugs outside. The library here was his favorite room. On the round table, I'm going to scoot over here out of your way so someone else can see. On the round table, there's a big book. That is Julia's Bible. It's inscribed in gold to her, and it weighs about 15 pounds. The sculpture on between the 2 windows is done by a famous artist by the name of John Rogers. It is called Council of War. It is Grant, Lincoln, and at that time Secretary of War Edwin Stanton. Next to that is a round metal cigar stand. It was a habit that he picked up and eventually killed him. He died from throat cancer. But he picked up the habit during the war. The story is that a lot of the officers and soldiers picked up that cigar and smoking habit because it kept down the stench of the death and disease that was around during that time. The furnishings in here are original to the home. This was a room that was used for entertaining. The day after the election in 1868, a grand reception was held here with all sorts of people coming through wishing him well and congratulations. All of the silver service that's on the table on this sideboard and over here belonged to the Grants. It was purchased during their White House years and used there. The china with the G and the S on it was ordered especially by Mrs. Grant for their daughter's wedding. It was used at the wedding breakfast at the White House. Nellie got married during the second term. She was 18 years old. Above the fireplace is a portrait of Julia. It was done from a photograph. It was unusual for her to have a full face front portrait or photograph done. She was very self-conscious. She had a little bit of a lazy eye. And so it's normally more of a profile or a side view that you would see. She was well educated, Southern born and bred, quite pampered in her life. She was the first president's wife to be called First Lady. She was actually called First Lady of the Land, and then it was shortened to First Lady.
Now we're going to go on upstairs. Oh, wow.
Little stairs.
These are little tiny stairs. This part of the tour is self-guided, so we got the 4 kids' rooms and the president's room.
Frederick's room.
This is Frederick's room.
Hello.
Nellie's room. And she was lucky she had like a heater in her room. Oh, I didn't see one in his. This is the actual president's room. And his wife's room.
She's my granddaughter from Australia, so she hasn't been here. So
Wonderful.
The dressing room. Would have come right off of the master bedrooms. The old sewing machine. And Jesse's room. I guess they all had stoves in their rooms for heat during the cold winters. And the last room, Ulysses S. Buck Grant Jr. This was the second son of Ulysses and Julia Grant. It would have been like a dressing room for him as well. And then down the long stairs. This is called Poor Man's Marble. It's actually
from the
wallpaper.
other end of the library and also the dining room. I still keep my book. This is my security blanket.
yeah, it's awesome. Very,
Thank
very
you.
interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah, as you come in
This is
here.
another view of the dining room.
And
And another view of the library.
very unusual because there was no running water, rainwater was collected in a cistern and then carried in and heated on the stove. And then on Saturday evenings, the bathtub would have been filled. The eldest got their bath first, Papa and Mama, and then all the children in the same water.
Dump the baby out with the bathwater.
That's it. That's it. But there again, you know, I don't think that the Grants were doing a lot of, shall we say, manual labor. So it wasn't like they were out working, farming in the fields, so it may not have been so bad. Not so bad.
Yeah.
It had a very small firebox on it, so it was hard to keep your temperature steady and constant because it had to be refilled all the time. This is called a step stove, and maybe it was called a step stove because of the different levels of cooking, or maybe because it was a step above cooking in the fireplace. The smoke would have gone up and into a collar that was around the edge here and then up and out. And again, it was hard for baking because the temperature again. The pantry is a typical size walk-in pantry for this size of home. You would have stored your root vegetables, maybe seasonal apples and such, extra cookware and bakeware. The top two shelves are Galena pottery, which was made in this area from about 1843 to 1893. And then there's a pathway that goes around out to Julia's statue. She is one of only 5 first ladies that have a statue. That was unveiled in 2006. It was made possible by private donations, and 2 of her great-great-granddaughters were here for that. Cool.
So now we're going to go on to an exhibit in this old
Do you have a dollar?
room.
I don't have any money. Sorry.
And this is all about the different pets of the different presidents.
Calvin Coolidge had a raccoon.
What? Who?
Calvin Coolidge had a raccoon.
Calvin Coolidge had a raccoon.
Had 2.
Those alligators? Herbert Hoover had alligators? A hippo.
And a hippo. And a hippo too. Come.
Thomas Jefferson had 2 black bears.
Thomas Jefferson. James Madison had a big, look at that big parrot.
Mockingbird was named James.
John Quincy Adams had an alligator. Silkworms and horses. But, come on now. James Buchanan had elephants. 2 bald eagles.
2 tigers.
A turkey. Okay, so I'm sorry,
Martin
Theodore
Van Buren.
Roosevelt had a menagerie. He had horses, ponies, cats, terriers, Pekingese, St. Bernard Retriever, a garter snake, pigs, badger, guinea pig, macaw, rat, hen, rooster, lion, hyena, wildcat, coyote, 5 bears, zebra, owl, lizards, raccoon, squirrel, and a parrot.
Wow.
He just had he had a badger.
Yeah, but he did not have elephants,
He had a lion.
as James
He had a
Buchanan
lion.
did.
Roosevelt had a lion.
Roosevelt had a lion too. Look at all the animals that John F. Kennedy had.
Yeah, but they're all like normal animals. They're not lions.
Right.
Abraham Lincoln had a white rabbit.
And goats.
Bill Clinton had a cat and a dog.
Yes. And Barack Obama has a dog.
George W. Bush, look at, he's got one of them longhorn. And, yes, and Barack Obama, a dog.
Both.
And
Yeah.
look at, and this is all the official patterns of the China that has been in the White House. Look
There
at,
wasn't a Rex.
this was
Each of the
George
presidents
Washington's,
Van Buren had 2 tiger cubs.
Thomas Jefferson's,
I'm not a big fan.
And
A
an eagle.
bald eagle.
I can't get over
Andrew
it.
Jackson's,
Socks?
the Lincolns.
Miss B.
You seem to be a pretty
Hi! Here's the blueprints of the
arena dog.
house,
Looks like
the original house.
I like Andrew Jackson's
Right there. There's what it looked like. It's actually General Grant standing on the porch. Right there. There's the back of the house. And we've got some of the older buildings that were here. Yes, the old general store. The old storefront. Going in the general store.
And it showed little gifts of the people, different people. And it showed who's starting it. Yeah.
Hello, family.
Hello! Look at the guy's weird hand.
Ooh. I'm melting. I'm melting.
Like what?
This is what the old general store would look like. You could get everything from your hats, some candy, all your baking needs. Wow. A lot different from shopping today. This place is very, very cool. Right down to the 1860s fuse box. No, that's not right. This is not open to the public because ghosts live there. But these were some of his neighbors' houses. The Dongan House, the Croson House, 1836. The general store was here, and there's Grant's house. Look at how pretty that is. It's like from a postcard or something. Look at it, with the old church steeples up there. That's very, very scenic. This is a gorgeous little town, Galena. But here is the statue of Julia Dent Grant. And there's only 5 statues of first ladies. And she just happens to be one of them.
5. Are you sure it's 5?
So, well, I got 4 different answers. I thought it was 6.
No, I thought it was 6.
You thought it was 6.
8.
I thought it was 8.
I don't know.
She didn't know. And then you thought it was how many?
5.
You thought it was 5. So we know it's somewhere between 5 and 8. I do know that.
Statue. She is one of only 5 first ladies that have a statue.
It has the profile sort of thing looking to the side.
Yes, yes, because she never did a straight on portrait or anything because of she had a slight lazy eye. But here is her statue. But there is the front porch where we just saw that photograph of Ulysses S Grant. Vivi, run right up there. Keep going. Right there. Turn around. Move that way a little bit. You are standing right where President Grant stood in that picture. How cool is that? Now we're going to go down to the business district of Galena. And Galena is such a pretty town, but there are so many shops and there are so many different places to eat. Go ahead across. Rome! No, I'm just kidding. So this is Old Galena, the historical district. Look at that. I heard that place is the real McCoy.
Oh, geez. Please don't hit the cars.
Okay. Ooh, Galena ghost tours.
No.
Yeah, let's go on a ghost tour.
No.
Let's go hunt ghosts.
No.
Who are you going to call?
The Albans.
Root beer delivery.
Oh, yeah, we had, yeah, we've been there.
We've been there. That was place is
They
great.
had some good.
They got celebrity hats. They got a hat store.
Is
Is this a parking spot?
No, no parking.
No parking. Oh man. Okay, so that was the Ulysses S Grant home in Galena, Illinois. How did everybody like that?
It was
Super
awesome.
interesting.
We had a good time there and we learned a lot of stuff, learned some history. So if you like what you see, please subscribe and wherever, and the button is for subscribe, give us a big thumbs up and leave us a nice comment below. And you can also follow us on Facebook now at facebook.com/Where the Heck Are the Albans? One word. All right, we'll see you guys next time on Where the Heck Are the Albans? Bye.